What if the next financial shock does not begin with a stock market crash? What if it does not begin with a bank failure? What if it does not even begin with real estate? What if the real pressure is already building in a market most people barely understand? A market where money is being lent quietly, risk is being hidden deeply, and warning signs are showing up long before the public notices anything at all? That market is private credit. And before you think, that sounds like something only investors need to care about, understand this. When the credit system gets nervous, the effect does not stay locked inside one corner of finance. It spreads. It changes how lenders think. It changes how much risk they are willing to take. It changes how strict approvals become. It changes whether your application gets a yes, a no, or a delay. And that is why this matters to you. At 𝐲𝐻consultant.com, we watch these shifts because borrowers usually feel the consequences after the rules have already changed. By the time the public catches on, the easy limits are gone, the approvals are tighter, and the lender is no longer behaving the same way. What private credit really is. Private credit is the lending side of the market outside traditional banks. Instead of a normal bank handing out the loan, a fund raises capital from investors, institutions, insurers, and wealthy individuals, then lends that money directly to companies. In return, the fund earns fees and passes interest income back to its investors. The appeal is obvious. Higher yield, floating rate income, and access to lending opportunities that banks have become less willing to provide. But the trade-off is where the danger lives. These are not liquid assets. They are not priced in real time like stocks. Their value is often estimated internally, and that means the market can appear stable even when stress is quietly building underneath. In other words, the calm can be misleading. A market can look smooth right up until it suddenly does not. That is one of the most important ideas here. Higher returns usually come with lower transparency and lower liquidity. And that combination is exactly what makes hidden credit stress so dangerous. Why this market grew so fast. Private credit did not explode by accident. After the 2008 financial crisis, banks faced tighter capital requirements and more pressure to reduce risky lending. Many banks pulled back from business loans. That created a financing gap for mid-sized companies that still needed capital, but no longer had easy access to traditional bank credit. Private credit stepped into that gap. At first, it looked like a useful solution. Companies got financing, investors got yield, and fund managers got a fast-growing business. Over time, it became one of the hottest areas in global finance. That growth accelerated because private credit was no longer being sold only to institutions. It was also being packaged for broader investor access, including retail-friendly structures. The pitch sounded attractive: earn strong income, diversify away from stocks and bonds, and participate in a less crowded part of the market. But fast growth does not always mean stable growth. When a lending market expands quickly, it often moves into lower-quality borrowers, more complex structures, and less transparent corners of the system. That is when hidden risk begins to accumulate. And once risk starts accumulating in a credit market, it rarely stays there. The first warning sign: defaults. This is where the stress starts to become visible. Borrowing costs have stayed high, economic growth has slowed, and some companies are now struggling to service debt that once felt manageable. That pressure is especially dangerous because many private credit loans are floating rate. When rates stay high, the interest burden rises fast. A borrower that was okay 2 years ago may now be under real pressure. That is how credit pain spreads. A company misses a payment, then it renegotiates terms, then it pushes out obligations, then the lender starts watching more closely, then risk perception changes, then lending standards tighten, and once standards tighten, everyone downstream feels it. That includes ordinary borrowers who were never part of the original market. The second warning sign: liquidity stress. This is where many people misunderstand what is happening. Private credit funds are not built like checking accounts. They are not designed for instant withdrawals. Yet some investors behave as if the money should always be available. When sentiment shifts, redemption requests can rise fast. Then fund managers are forced into an ugly choice: sell illiquid loans at a discount or restrict withdrawals through gates, delays, or payout limits. That is the mismatch. Investors want flexibility. The assets do not offer it. And once that gap becomes obvious, confidence gets shaky. This matters because when liquidity stress appears in one part of the lending system, lenders everywhere become more cautious. They do not separate the problem neatly. They react to the mood of risk. They protect capital. They become stricter. They slow down. They demand more proof. They approve less. And that is when your personal credit experience starts to change. The third warning sign: transparency. Public markets are marked every second. Private credit is not. That means stress may be building for months before the outside world sees the full picture. Valuations may be based on models, delayed assessments, and manager judgment rather than a live market price. So the surface can look calm while the foundation is cracking. That is one of the most dangerous things about hidden lending stress. It does not scream, it whispers. Then by the time it is obvious, the damage is already deeper than people expected. The fourth warning sign, behavior. When investors sense trouble, they usually do not wait for the perfect explanation. They move to protect themselves. They withdraw money. They reduce exposure. They avoid fresh risk. That creates a feedback loop. Defaults create fear. Fear creates redemptions. Redemptions create liquidity stress. Liquidity stress makes the market look weaker, and weakness creates even more fear. That is how pressure becomes a cycle. And once that cycle starts, it can shape the broader credit environment very quickly. Recent stress in the market has shown this is not just theory. Some large alternative managers have faced redemption pressure in credit vehicles, and in some cases, withdrawals were limited, delayed, or restructured to preserve liquidity and confidence. That matters because when visible firms feel strain, the market pays attention. The concern is not just one fund. The concern is what that pressure says about the wider lending system. Why this hits you, even if you never touch private credit. Here is the part most people miss. You do not need to invest in private credit to feel the consequences. When lenders sense risk, they change behavior across the board. They become more selective. They reduce flexibility. They ask for stronger profiles. They favor lower-risk borrowers. That means even a person with decent credit can suddenly face tougher approval conditions if the credit climate has shifted. So this is not just a finance story. This is an approval story. It is a borrowing power story. It is a timing story. And it is a reminder that credit conditions can become stricter long before headlines fully explain why. That is why your credit profile must be ready before the system tightens further. Because once the market changes tone, a good enough profile may no longer be enough. The signals you should watch. There are a few warning signs that matter. If more borrowers struggle to pay interest or refinance debt, that is a red flag. If funds start gating withdrawals or limiting payout levels, that is a sign liquidity is under pressure. If valuations begin to be written down, it can mean prior assumptions were too optimistic. If fundraising weakens, funds may struggle to replace exits or maintain growth. And if lending becomes more aggressive toward lower quality borrowers or asset-based structures, vulnerability increases in the downturn. These signs may sound technical, but the message is simple. When credit gets stressed at the institutional level, the effects eventually show up in the approval environment that regular borrowers live in. If you want to stay approval-ready before lenders tighten further, visit to 𝐲𝐻consultant.com. At 𝐲𝐻consultant.com, you learn how to strengthen your credit profile, increase approval chances, prepare before rejection happens. Because in credit, waiting is expensive. Preparation is power. 𝐲𝐻 Consulting Enterprise. We could help you in such.